The season opening tournaments are done. The non-league games are in the books. It's a new calendar year, which all means it's time for league play to begin in high school basketball here in California. Bella Vista High School, the Broncos welcome Roseville to town in a matchup of two teams who have been league opponents for several years running. The Broncos swept the Tigers last year, but the two teams look much different this year, and it's Roseville that comes into this game with a 10-5 record, while the Broncos begin Capital Valley Conference League play at 6-10. Hello everybody, George Thorelson with you from Bella Vista High School. Happy New Year everyone, and welcome to 2024 and the 2024 part of the schedule. Hope your new year is off to a great start. And after an up and down preseason, the Broncos are hoping that all the experiences they've had in the first 6 weeks of the season, both up and down, will help them fine-tune their skills and embark on a successful run in league play and hopefully a postseason berth. The top three teams in league play are pretty much guaranteed a postseason berth. The fourth may get there, but given the Broncos' record heading into play at 6-10, Coach David Gonzalez is thinking that they're going to have to finish third or better in order to get into the postseason play. Both teams participated in last weekend's Tiger Classic tournament at Roseville High School. A rough start for the Broncos, losing their first two to Patterson and to Bear Creek before defeating Gunderson on the final day of the tournament last Friday. Roseville, meanwhile, opened up the tournament with a win over Gunderson before losing to Union Mine and then closing out with a win over Patterson to take fifth place. In fact, Roseville's taken on Union Mine twice already this year, and of course, if you recall, that's the last time we were with you for our live stream, the last home game for Bella Vista 2 nights before Christmas, and that loss to Union Mine. Let's talk about the Roseville Tigers a little bit. J.J. Young, number 4, leads a balanced scoring attack. He's averaging 9.4 points per game and also hauls down about 5 rebounds per contest. Young is a sophomore who played varsity last year, and what's really interesting about Roseville, beyond the fact that no one averages double-digit points per game, is that the top 5 scorers on the team are within about 2 points on average. Tyler Ritter, whose dad is the head coach, he's number 12, puts up 9.3 points per game. Ren Marsh wears number 11. He adds 8.2. Brandon Newton, who had a pretty good year last year, he's averaging 8 points per game this year. And that's, as you watch out for them, Brandon Newton is wearing number 22. Matthias Howard, number 21, averages 7.4 points per game. So those are your top scorers. And again, as we mentioned, a balanced attack for Roseville. And in fact, in talking with the head coach, Bobby Ritter, before the game today, he was indicating that this is their 16th game, and it's the 16th different starting lineup that they're going with. In fact, he couldn't even tell me what it was going to be when we talked before the game. So we're going to actually pick up their starters as they come out on the floor. And of all those Roseville Tiger players that we mentioned, we did not even bring up the name yet of number 25, Clark Nielsen. The 6'3 senior is the leading rebounder on the team. He's got more than 100 total this year and averages nearly 7.5 per game. He's also the 6th leading scorer at 6.6 points per game. And behind only Young in block shots, he has 8. Young has 11. So it'll be a good battle for Bella Vista. By the way, Bella Vista won both games against Roseville in league play last year. And speaking of the Broncos, of course, the team centers around Damian Rickett. The 6'4 senior is in his 3rd year on the varsity and averages 18.6 points per game. And when we last saw you 2 nights before Christmas, he erupted for 36 points in the loss to Union Mine. Rickett, like Nielsen of Roseville, has also eclipsed the century mark in rebounds this year and averages 8.5 per game. The 36 points versus Union Mine was his 2nd highest scoring output of the season, going off for 46 in the win over Del Campo a week and a half earlier. Now, while Bella Vista needs a big game from Rickett, Roseville knows that too, and so you know that they're probably going to defend and key on him defensively. The Broncos have had solid performances from the likes of Mikey Simonian at 15.8 points per game and Maxwell Prucher at 7.6 points per game. But Simonian has been hobbled by an ankle injury that's kept him out of the last 4 games. He returns to the starting lineup tonight, but we will see how he is going to be affected as he continues to recover for that from that ankle injury. Marko Trotzik, of course, has also provided a spark offensively, bringing his point per game average up a bit, also leading the team in assists as he finds opportunities for others to finish off possessions. Jonah Wooden and Marcus Murch have provided much needed support off the bench, and in fact, both of them will be in the starting lineup this evening as Bella Vista is going to go with a bit of a different look. As you can hear, the Broncos and Roseville both with their bringing up the energy as they report to their respective benches before we get this ball game underway. For the Broncos, the starting lineup tonight, 6-foot senior Mikey Simonian back from the ankle injury, 5'11" sophomore Jonah Wooden. Up front, it's Damian Rickett, the 6'4" senior, averaging 18.6 points per game, along with Zachary O'Neill, who is continuing as a starter for Bella Vista, 3.4 points per game and about 3.5 rebounds. And also entering the starting lineup tonight is Marcus Murch, a 6'3" junior for Bella Vista, averaging 1.9 points and 3.6 rebounds per game. So for Roseville, we'll go ahead and check off their starters here. Brandon Newton, we talked about him in the open, along with Matthias Howard. J.J. Young, who is going to step in and jump center. It's like Santiago Barbanier is also in the starting lineup. That's 4 of them. I'll pick up the last one as we get this ball game underway. Bella Vista controls and underneath to Wooden. Back out to O'Neill. He puts one up, can't get the roll to go. And the rebound to the outside is controlled by Roseville. Here they come. The 5th starter is Ren Marsh. Going to be tough to see these Roseville numbers as they're outlined, orange outline. That's Marsh that took the shot. Young tried to save it off of O'Neill, and O'Neill controls for Bella Vista. Here's Simonian into front court. He's closed off. Now there's Rickett. Inside to Wooden. He'll kick it back out. 3-pointer on the way. That one comes up short. Rickett tries to get a hand on it for the rebound, and he gets a hand on it but can't control. Here's Roseville back the other way with Newton. Newton stopped by Simonian. Here's Young. Young to the free throw line. He'll kick it over to the right side. Marsh, he'll pull up. His jumper is good. Ren Marsh with the first 2 points of the game. He averages 8.2 per contest for the Roseville Tigers. And the Tigers draw first blood. Here's Rickett at the top of the key. He finds an opening, takes it down the alley, and that one bounces around and drops in. First points of the game for Bella Vista. We're all square at 2. J.J. Young, number 4, is a 6'4" sophomore. He played varsity as a freshman. That's Barbanier with the 3-point shot. He averages 2.1 points per game. Wooden into front court in a collision with Brandon Newton. And we're going to get the first foul of the game, and that will be on Newton. And the first team foul on Roseville. Wooden to inbound. There's Rickett. He'll find Simonian. Simonian looks like he's moving pretty well coming off that ankle injury. O'Neill with the rebound. He finds Simonian underneath, banks it up and in. Mikey Simonian dents the scorebook. Bella Vista by 2 early on. Nice crossover move by Newton, but he can't get the finish. Simonian with the rebound and another quick foul on Newton. That is his second foul in just a matter of seconds. And the second team foul on Roseville. So Wooden will bring it in and run the point. Underneath Marcus Murch. What a move by Murch and a nice pass by Wooden. And Bella Vista's up by 4. Love to see those guys cut to the basket like Murch did right there. Three-pointer on the way. That one is up and off. And Rickett controls once again for the Broncos. Wooden, he's open for a 3. That one's going to come up short. Barbanir, the smallest man on the floor, comes up with the rebound. Driving down the lane, that is Matthias Howard. He gets his first 2 points of the game. 7.4 is his average. Matthias Howard, a 6'4" sophomore. Played varsity as a freshman last year as well, just like J.J. Young. Rickett on the baseline, closed off. One-hander is good. Rickett with 4 points. Bella Vista by 4. Barbanir was trying to find Howard, who was not expecting the ball. It's saved, but into backcourt. There's Wooden, who finds the loose ball and takes it to the basket and gets his first 2 points of the game. Just into the game, Preston Bick for his first action. He's number 15. Collision, no foul call. Howard at the free throw line. That's Bick outside at the midcourt line. Or check that, that's Marsh. Here's Barbanir. There's Bick. He'll launch a three-pointer. That's going to come up short. Finds his own shot. Tries to cut to the basket. Right side. Nope. Simonian controls. Here's Simonian. Over to Wooden once again. Low post, it goes to Rickett. He'll turn around, his jumper no good. Offensive rebound for O'Neal. That one swatted away by Young, who then went to try and save the ball from going out of bounds, and he couldn't. And Bella Vista will keep possession. 32 seconds on the shot clock. But Young with a blocked shot with authority there. We got a timeout called by Roseville. It'll be a 30-second timeout. Roseville Tigers 10-5 on the year. They won 10 games all of last year. 10-7, 10-17, I should say. 2-9, 6th place in the Capital Valley Conference. And the Capital Valley Conference in its current form is a 17 league. So a difficult year for Roseville last year, but they are off to a much better start this year. And for Bella Vista, we've talked about it before. They were 20-9 last year, and they lost in the first round of the section playoffs. And again, Coach Gonzalez, as we begin league play, was indicating that the goal is to get at least 3rd place, as that will get you into the playoffs. All right, back underway again. Underneath Damian Rickett now with 6 points in the game. 8-point lead for Bella Vista. We reached the 3.5 mark in the first quarter. Here's Howard for 3. Simonian controls. Now here's Rickett. It finds an opportunity. Finger roll up and off, no good. Rickett finds his own rebound, draws the foul, and gets the hoop. J.J. Young with his first foul. That's the 3rd team foul on Roseville. And Damian Rickett will go to the line for the traditional 3-point opportunity. Nine points so far for Damian Rickett, 11-point lead for Bella Vista. Here's Howard, gets O'Neal in the air, steps to the free throw line, and he knocks that one down. Howard with 4. We're at the 3-minute mark, opening quarter. There's Murch. Now Wooden, he's wide open, nobody anywhere near him, and he drills the 3. Jonah Wooden says, "You're not going to cover me? Okay, I'll take it." And he puts it in. Bella Vista just committed their first foul of the game. And that's going to send Tyler Ritter to the free throw line. He's new into the game, a 6-foot sophomore. His dad, Bobby, is the head coach. Ritter averages 9.3 points per game. I think it was Wooden that got called for the foul, which would be his first. Ritter makes the second. He's a 68% free throw shooter, but got 1 of 2 that trip to the line. 11-point lead for Bella Vista. Rickett, he's open for 3. That one's off and controlled by Roseville. Here come the Tigers. There's Matthias Howard. He's open from 17. Murch the rebound. We hear that Roseville likes to press a lot. They haven't shown that yet, as they quickly retreated on defense on that after that rebound by the Broncos. O'Neal underneath tries to turn around, instead gets it underneath the mark. Chris Murch has it swatted away, and Roseville will bring it back. Here's Howard to the baseline once again on O'Neal. Kicks it back out to Ritter. Ritter with a 360 move up with the left hand. That's a nice move by Tyler Ritter. He's got 3. Wooden out front. Looks like a 1-3-1 zone from Roseville right now. There's Damian Rickett with a runner that doesn't go. O'Neal, another rebound. Here's Simonian. Rickett's open for a 3. Simonian controls, was sure not to step out of bounds. Wooden at the top. He'll launch another 3. Dances off, no good. Fight for the rebound again. They're going to get O'Neal on this one, but a nice job by Bella Vista getting some offensive rebounds of their own on that possession. And unfortunately, they didn't get any baskets out of it. But for BV, on the other side, the opponents getting offensive rebounds has been a significant issue this year. Ritter off the screen, finds an opening to the baseline, can't get the shot to go. And the Broncos back the other way. Simonian to the free throw line. Wooden way out front, now back to Simonian. He'll launch a 3, that's off the back iron. Vick the rebound. Vick with a 360, stop there, double team. And he draws a foul and will head to the free throw line. Preston Bick misses his first free throw. Only 35% from the line this year. Rickett controls the rebound. Under a minute to go, in fact, under 40 seconds to go in the opening quarter. Max Morris is in for Bella Vista. On the far sideline in the corner. Simonian thought about it. Rickett will take the 3 and drill it. Just under 20 seconds to go. The first trifecta of the game for Damian Rickett, and the Broncos now lead by 12. Jaden Broussard, number 14, seeing his first action. Here's Preston Bick. Bick splits through the double team, has his pocket pick, gets it back, puts the shot up off the backboard, and we have come to the end of the first quarter here at Bella Vista High School, and a good quarter at that for the Broncos. Might come with that of possibly getting burned. We'll see if they get closer. 3-point is missed. Murch the rebound, and we got a whistle and a foul that will go against Roseville. Or actually, I'm not sure what the call is. They blew the whistle. They said it was Bella Vista ball after the rebound, but there's no call or anything like that, so it could have been an inadvertent whistle. Wooden is hounded by Ritter. Here's Morris. His shot looks like that might have been deflected. and Roseville controls. That's Preston Bick with the deuce there, his first of the game. 10-point game. Simonian with the runner, that one's short. Murch comes up with the rebound. Needs help. He'll power to the basket. That one's a little flat, and the rebound is controlled by Roseville. Daniel Heidelin for his first action. Broussard. Again, Preston Bick. He'll back it all the way out. Clark Nielsen seeing his first action. Nielsen, the 6'3" senior. Ritter, he'll launch an NBA three. That comes off the back iron. Bick gets the deflection, and his shot comes up and off, no good. A fight for the rebound, and it's controlled once again by Roseville. So we were talking about those offensive rebounds. Broussard will launch a three, and Rickett controls this one. And it looks like a 30-second timeout called by Dave Gonzalez and Bella Vista. So I think that maybe he didn't quite like what he saw in that defensive sequence there, and that possession where Roseville got a couple of rebounds and a couple of extra shots. Again, that's been working for Bella Vista to get the offensive rebounds tonight, but they've had some difficulties, as we've mentioned, with the offensive rebounds on the other end of the floor. So it all translates right now to a 10-point lead for the Broncos here in the second quarter. And again, Damian Rickett with 12 of those 21 points. The Broncos are going with Wooden and Morris, Simonian, Murch, and Rickett. There's Murch out high. Rickett with a collision, no call. Rickett puts up a shot that won't go. Rickett muscles the rebound away, and they're going to call a held ball. And the possession arrow is going to favor Bella Vista.
Way to work, David.
So because it was just off a missed shot and a rebound, it is a fresh 35. Here's Morris. Murch. Now here's Morris once again. Wooden in the corner, gets the foul. The shot is missed. And it was a three-point shot. It's like it was Daniel Heidel that got called for the foul. Number 10, Wooden will go to the line for three. Simonian's been out there the whole time. He comes over to talk to Coach Gonzalez here as Wooden makes the first free throw. Simonian's missed the last last 5 games, if you include the one where he tried to play on the injury. He played a little bit in that game, but missed most of it. So Wooden gets one of the three. Got 6 points total. The Bronco lead is 11. Here's Nielsen. Broussard once again, he's on Wooden. Preston Bick. Now here's Nielsen, he finds the opening. The ball poked away from behind, it's loose on the ground. It goes out of bounds and it will be Bella Vista ball. Gotta like the Bella Vista defense, doing the little things like just poking the ball away like that. Nielsen really had an opening and was looking to take the opening down the lane for what could have been an easy two. But the Broncos decided they would deny that. Simonian, that rattles out. Nielsen the rebound. Spotting up for a three-point shot. That is Heidel. Roseville controls. Heidel once again. He'll dump it underneath. Turnaround jumper for Nielsen. He muscles that one up and in. First points of the game for Nielsen. He averages 6.6 per contest. Now Roseville showing a one-man press as Damian Rickett brings the ball up the floor. And Broussard pokes it away, comes up with the steal. Talking about Bella Vista doing stuff like that. Well, credit Roseville as well. That's a nice defensive play by Broussard. Here's Nielsen on Murch. He'll kick it back out to Broussard. Passes up the three, gets it over to Bick. That one's short. Rickett, another rebound for BV. Bella Vista hasn't scored in a bit. Here's Rickett kind of off balance as he ran to the basket. Loose ball controlled by Murch at midcourt. Here come the Broncos once again. Simonian looks like they are calling a timeout. They had the cut to the basket, and Dave Gonzalez was up off the bench, wanted the timeout. And that came before Simonian took the shot. So we'll reset things here at 4:15 to go in the second quarter of play. It's a 9-point lead for Bella Vista, but they just have 1 point, one free throw, the one of three from Jonah Wooden here in the third quarter. We're about halfway through. Roseville with 4 points in the quarter, so they've outscored Bella Vista 4-1, and so they've taken what was a 12-point lead and cut it down to 9. But still only 13 points on the board total for Roseville. But the Broncos, this is one of the things that they need to avoid are these lulls. It happened against Union Mine. They played Union Mine the last time we were on. They played them rather close up through that first half, but then they went into a big drought in the third quarter that continued into the fourth quarter, and that's really where Union Mine kind of ran away with the game. And so for the Broncos, they need to start finding the bottom of the hoop again and get these get some points on the board. So the Broncos will have possession, 33 on the shot clock. Inbounds pass is loose. Marcus Murch fighting for it. It's a loose ball at midcourt, and it is controlled in backcourt by Bella Vista finally. Josh Amaral seeing his first action tonight now into the game. Has that one go off his hands as the pass comes to him, and it goes out of bounds. Josh Amaral averaging right around a point per game when he gets in. In fact, exactly it's 0.8 points per game on the average, which is what his average was last year with the varsity. Loose ball controlled by Roseville. And Ritter finds an opening and a finger roll layup. Tyler Ritter, the 6-foot sophomore, is now up to 5 points in the game. 3:28 to go, 22-15. Block shot saved inbounds. That's J.J. Young back into the game. Bella Vista, again, has not scored in a while. In fact, no field goals in this second quarter yet. Roseville is now within 7. J.J. Young turns around and gets the deuce. That's his first points of the game, and the lead is now 5 for Bella Vista. Biggest lead of the game was that 12-point lead at the end of the first quarter. Here's Amaral. Has the ball deflected away, loses it, gets it back, lost it again. On the floor, it's going to be a held ball, and this time the possession arrow will favor Roseville. Mikey Simonian and Ryan Warner are coming in. Amaral will come out. Max Morris will come out. Roseville's going to try and cut into this lead a little bit more. Here's Ritter. Again, finds an opening, and a little one-hander is up and in. 7 points for Tyler Ritter. Now the lead is 3. Murch, free throw line extended to the left. Warner lost the ball. It's picked up by Nielsen. Nielsen back in on Warner, and he puts it up and in. Roseville is now within 1 point. 4 points all in this quarter for Clark Nielsen. Under 2 minutes to go. Broncos still just 1 point in this quarter. Here's Simonian, has the shot rejected, and he will go to the free throw line.
Wow.
2 shots coming up for Mikey Simonian. Both teams with some substitutions getting ready to come in. Bryce Lovins and Zachary O'Neill will come in for Bella Vista. Looks like Newton's getting ready to come back in for Roseville. Simonian gets the friendly bounce. Wooden will come out, Murch will come out. I mentioned Lovins and O'Neill are in, along with Ryan Warner. Damian Rickett and Mikey Simonian, who's at the free throw line. And Simonian gets both free throws. Bella Vista 3 points in this quarter, all on free throws. Howard back into the game. His entry pass is knocked away. Lovins controls for Bella Vista. Damian Rickett will be picked up by Broussard and bring it into front court. Simonian. Simonian finds the opening, closed off, bounces it in and underneath, tries to get it to O'Neill, and he draws the foul. The foul will be on Matthias Howard. That is his first. Third team foul in the quarter for Roseville. O'Neill, by the way, that is his first free throw of the season, was 0 for 5 coming in, according to our numbers. So 1 of 2, and a foul called on Bella Vista. That's going to be on Warner. First team foul on Bella Vista, so no shots here. Here's Ritter, finds Young. Young double teamed. Howard. Howard to the free throw line. Now Newton. Newton winds up on the floor, and we're going to get a foul on O'Neill. Murch will come back in. O'Neill will head out. .49 seconds to go before halftime. Great defense by Ryan Warner. Forces the missed shot by Nielsen, and Murch controls the rebound. Here's Simonian, he'll launch a three. Warner underneath the rebound, the putback no good. Under 20 seconds to go. Young, his pass is deflected. Save, attempt out of bounds. Matthias Howard trying to bring that one back in. And the Broncos are going to have a chance for the final bucket of the half. Couple of possessions here, or a couple of substitutions. Broussard comes back in. Daniel Heidel comes back in. Newton will come out. Ritter will come out. 10 seconds to go. Simonian gets the screen from Rickett. Simonian, 4 seconds, 3, finds an open Ritter, but to the basket. That one's too hard. The rebound to Roseville as we have come to the end of the first half of play, and Bella Vista with just 4 points in that third quarter, but they maintain the lead. So they're saying it's going to be Roseville to start. I don't think that's right. In fact, Marcus Murch is confused, and I think David Gonzalez is confused as well. But we're underway, so it's too late to change it now. Roseville in possession to start the third quarter. Here's Howard at the free throw line, and he gets the first 2 points of the second half. So the lead is back to 2. Here's O'Neal, lost the ball. Roseville a chance to tie. And they do. That's Matthias Howard again with the points. He's got 4. So this is our first tie since 2-2. Here's Rickett to the baseline. His finger roll layup is good. Rickett his first point since the first quarter. He's got 14. Bella Vista back by 2. This is Ritter, finds the opening but can't finish the shot. Good defense by Bella Vista, and the Broncos back the other way. Rickett ultimately controls. We get a foul called here on Matthias Howard. You say if you were paying close attention, you saw the referee with the hand motion going to his body and out. That is the 5-second closely guarded. Looked like he got it to 3 seconds before Damian Rickett started moving the other way, and then was able to draw the foul. Here's Jonah Wooden in and underneath, waits for the player to get up and back down, and Wooden turns around and puts it in. Nice move by Jonah Wooden. He's got 8. 4-point lead for Bella Vista. O'Neal deflects the ball, it's loose, Murch controls. Here's Murch all the way in, finger roll a little too hard, but he draws the foul. So this will be on Tyler Ritter. Looks like Roseville's going to call a timeout here before Marcus Murch goes to the free throw line. So rather even start to the third quarter. Both teams 4 points right away as Roseville uses one of their timeouts. Matthias Howard with the 4 points total here in the, he has all 4 points is what I meant to say for Roseville. And for Bella Vista, it's Rickett and Wooden each with 2 points. Wooden, by the way, we mentioned 8 points. He's 1 basket away from double digit scoring. This is the league opener. Both teams, by the way, will be playing later on this week for their second matchup. The Broncos will head over to Antelope on Friday, and then we'll be back here on Tuesday of next week for the third league game of the year, a home game against the Falcons of River Valley. Will come down from Yuba City. We'll take a look at Roseville here in just a second as Murch will attempt the second free throw. And he gets that one. Murch is up to 3 points for the night. Roseville, by the way, will be at Inderkum on Friday, and then they're going to play West Park on Saturday. So they've got back-to-back games coming up at the end of this week. Here's Howard once again. Ritter. Newton finds an opening as he goes right by Wooden. The Wooden defense prevents the shot from going in. BV controls. Here's Simonian, double team. Weaves his way through it. Ball deflected, loose ball, Newton has it, and he lays it in. That's the first 2 points for Newton. He averages 8 per game. 3-point game. We're gonna get a whistle right now. Not exactly sure what the stoppage was, but The Broncos will get it, and the inbounds pass, I guess Simonian had not established himself in backcourt by the time he got the ball. You can inbound into backcourt, but you have to be established in backcourt. So the violation is called. Bella Vista turns the ball over, and with a 3-point lead, they are on defense once again. Here's Ritter. Now Newton on Wooden. Newton finds an opening, closed off by Wooden, and the shot will dance around and drop in. So 2 quick buckets there for Newton. Brandon Newton, we mentioned, has 8 points per game. Also third on the team in rebounds. Here's Rickett to the baseline, flies by some defenders, draws a foul, and this one may be on I think it might have been on Broussard. Rickett will go to the line for 2. Rickett is an 85% free throw shooter. Looking for his 15th point of the game, which would give Bella Vista a 2-point lead if he makes it. Uncharacteristic 0 for 2 for Damian Rickett. Oh, that was a near over and back by Roseville. They may have gotten away with something there. Newton to the baseline. So that's going to be on Murch. First team foul on Bella Vista. It will be free throws for Newton, who has scored the last 4 points for Roseville. He has a chance to give Roseville their first lead since 2-0, but he won't because he missed the first free throw. Newton 55% from the line this season. And he misses 2. Here's Rickett. Rickett right through the double team. He finds O'Neal. Can't get the shot. Broussard controls the rebound for Roseville. Trotsic getting ready to come in for his first action tonight. Good defense by Bella Vista to come up with that loose ball. Pass deflected. Wooden underneath. Lost it, gets it back. Shot blocked. Rebound underneath by O'Neal, and that's deflected out of bounds. So Bella Vista kind of helter-skelter there, if you will, is going to get the possession with 30 seconds on the shot clock and a chance to reset their offense. A really good first quarter for Bella Vista, where they ended the first quarter 21-9. It has been a struggle since then, as Roseville has fought back to within 1. Here's Rickett. That one's too hard. Rickett winds up on the floor. Here's Howard. That's Ritter open for 3. Trotsic the rebound. Simonian is in for Bella Vista. Simonian, Wooden, Marcus Murch, Trotsic, and Damian Rickett. Here's Murch. Simonian finds an opening. He'll pull up inside the free throw line. Follows his own shot. Here's Wooden. Wooden, about 16 feet out, he drills it. Jonah Wooden with 10 points. Not sure if he's hit double digits yet this year, but we'll double check that for you. Howard the other way. Oh, that one, look, that's dancing around. That really teased everybody. Ball never went out of bounds. Young controls the rebound. Newton has it now. Newton lowers a shoulder into Wooden. Shot doesn't go. Rickett the rebound, and he gets fouled. That's going to be on J.J. Young, his second. A little discussion between Bobby Ritter and referee. Ritter's going to come out of the game. That's Tyler Ritter. Bobby, his dad, the head coach, is not coming out of the game. He will continue to coach. Here's a Trotsic into front court. Finds an open Wooden on the baseline. Wooden puts it up and in. Jonah Wooden is now up to 12 points on the game. Howard off a screen from Nielsen. Broussard. And now that's Newton way out front. Wooden has Newton. Here's Nielsen on Murch, drives in, muscles up a shot, draws the foul. They called that on Simonian? Like the collision was with Murch, but I heard a call of number 3. Nielsen with the free throw. Offensive rebound for Roseville. Newton in the corner. Splits through the double team, has that one knocked away, but he controls the shot. Newton forces up a shot, no basket travel. So Bella Vista forces the turnover there. Trotzik having trouble controlling the ball as he crossed midcourt. Here's Howard, double team, muscles his way towards the basket. He puts it up and in. Matthias Howard, 10 points. 2-point game. Rickett with the opening, has a shot rejected. Bella Vista controls. Simonian to the baseline, closed off on a double team, way out front. Broussard tried to get a hand on it. Broncos control. 8 seconds on the shot clock. Time is running out. Simonian trying to get free. 1 second. And it's a shot clock violation. Bella Vista turns it over. Substitutions for the Broncos. Maxwell Prucher, his first action tonight. Barbanir back in for Roseville, his first action of the second half. Red Marsh loses the ball. Here's Simonian back the other way. Simonian with a fake. Rickett underneath. He muscles the shot back up and in. Rickett now at 16 points. Barbanir off the pick, into the corner. Here's Marsh. Open for 3. That one's going to come up short. Loose on the ground. That's going to go out of bounds. That's got to be Bella Vista ball. And a timeout. The player was half out of bounds when he got possession of the ball. I guess Roseville's going to be able to. Full timeout for Roseville, so I guess they're going to keep the possession. So 30 seconds to go in the third quarter. What a night tonight for Jonah Wooden. He's 12 points for Bella Vista. He had 12 in the game against Washington High School from the Bay Area. And I love this because they are the Washington Huskies. And now he's got 12 points tonight as well. So so those are the two. He has equaled his season high tonight with the 12. So next basket and he hits his season high. Yeah, just interesting that Washington High School from Fremont, California goes by the Huskies. Of course, there's another team called the Washington Huskies that's having a pretty good run in football right now. And I grew up in the shadows of their stadium, so it's kind of fun right now. There's a block by Rickett. Broussard, he'll launch a three. Got it. Jaden Broussard, that's his first points of the game, and it brings Roseville within one with 15 seconds to go in the third. Simonian, he's hounded by Marsh. Simonian gets free for a three-pointer. That comes off. 3 seconds to go. 2. They find Marsh. He launches it at the buzzer, and that one is off. So we have come to the end of the third quarter of play. It is anybody's ball game. A very entertaining game here at Bella Vista High School tonight. The Broncos still holding on to that lead. It is down to 1. It was 12 at the end of the first. It was 4 at halftime. It is now 1 here at the end of the third quarter of play. Jonah Wooden, we talked about, he's got 12 points, and Damian Rickett has 16. They are the leading scorers for the Broncos tonight. And then 4 points for Simonian, 1 for O'Neill, and 3 for Marcus Murch. 10 points for Matthias Howard for Roseville, and 7 for Tyler Ritter to lead the way for the Tigers. 5 for Nielsen, 4 for Newton, and 3 for Broussard, 2 each for Bick, Marsh, and Young. Fourth quarter is underway. Wooden's open for a three, got it! Jonah Wooden with his season high 15 points. Driving in, drawing a foul at the very end. That's going to be on Prucher. And Daniel Heidel will go to the free throw line. Trotzik's getting ready to come back in for Bella Vista. Heidel gets them both. 2-point game. Bella Vista still in front. Marka Trotzik. Rickett closed off. He finds Wooden underneath, and Wooden puts another one up and in. Wooden now the leading scorer in the game for Bella Vista. He's got 17. Marsh, Arbonier. Heidel, he'll launch one up from 18. That one dances off. Rickett winds up on the floor with the rebound and will get a foul called on Clark Nielsen. Rickett is still on the ground. And now he's getting helped up. Going to get a timeout called here. Give Rickett a chance to recover from the injury that sent him to the ground. So Jonah Wooden has been, when we were on last, due to the injury to Mikey Simonian, when we were on 2 nights before Christmas for the game against Union Mine, he got the start. And he got a start again tonight, and presumably he continued to start through the tournament last weekend in place of Mikey Simonian, since Simonian had missed those games. But he's taken advantage of the increased playing time that he's getting. We mentioned he had that 12-point game earlier in the season in November against Washington of Fremont, and now that was 12 points. He did that in 3 quarters tonight, and he is up to 17 total for the night. Damian Rickett with 16. They are the leading scorers tonight for the Broncos, and the Broncos will have possession of the ball. Nielsen got called for the foul. Looks like Damian Rickett is okay. He's staying in the game. Under 7 minutes to go, and the Broncos lead by 4. Trotzik works off a screen at midcourt from Marcus Murch. And now Murch with the ball. Simonian, low post, it goes to Rickett. Rickett will turn it around, jump it up, and gets the roll. 18 points for Damian Rickett. 6.5 to go. 6-point lead for Bella Vista. There's a shot from the outside by Broussard. Rickett controls. The Roseville team is very quick. Simonian, off-balance runner, doesn't go. Vermeer back the other way. Find Heidel, three-pointer. 5 points for Dan Heidel. 3-point game at 6 minutes. Simonian out high to Murch, inside looking for Rickett. He controls it. Rickett on the crossover, drives to the baseline, draws the foul. Broussard immediately protesting. But Damian Rickett will go to the line. Zachary O'Neal getting ready to come back in for Bella Vista. That's 3 misses in a row at the free throw line for Damian Rickett. Rickett is, for the season, has been very solid at the free throw line, 85%. Yeah, you figured one of those is going to fall here real quick. Bella Vista by 4. You knew that drought was not going to last long. Here's Ritter. There's Heidel once again cutting to the basket. That shot won't go. Broncos control the rebound. 5:15 to go. Trotzik drives on Ritter, who pokes it away. It'll be Bella Vista ball. 24 seconds on the shot clock. Substitution. Daniel Heidel will come out of the game, and Newton will come back in. Rickett cuts to the baseline, gets the inbounds pass. Oh, unfriendly bounce. My goodness. That was halfway down before it came out. Three-pointer left side. That one's short. Nice save. Long pass to a Trotzik, wide open underneath. Great look by Damian Rickett. Great finish by Marka Trotzik, his first 2 points of the game. On the football field, Damian Rickett's usually on the other end of those long passes. So Wooden is coming out of the game. And Simonian will come back in. I wonder if we have an issue with blood. They've cleared the floor. There's no charge timeout for anyone. There's a the officials right now are inspecting the floor. One of them has had a paper towel in his hands, a damp one. They've sent the teams to their benches. I don't think a timeout was called. We'll reset the game here. 4:46 to go in the fourth quarter of play. Bella Vista, after Roseville scored the first 2 points of the game, Bella Vista tied it quickly after that and has led ever since. And Roseville tried to come out of their huddle, but the official motioned them back. And now we've got the custodial staff coming out here for Bella Vista with the cleaning solution and disinfectant to clear up what is on the floor. I think what we had, because they stopped play and they informed the Bella Vista coaches that Jonah Wooden had to come out of the game. So I was wondering if he was cut, and that also there was blood that made its way onto the floor. As you can see, they are using a disinfectant solution here, and they are cleaning up wherever there is, wherever there needs to be any kind of cleanup done. So now the officials are satisfied, and we are going to resume play here. Roseville had possession after Bella Vista had just scored. On that long, deep pass by Rickett, finding Marka Trotzik. So 4:46 to go. Tyler Ritter. Now it's Newton. Shot is no good. Murch the rebound for Bella Vista. Here's Simonian, finds an opening. He'll power to the rack. Collision, they do call the foul. Kind of a late whistle, but there was definitely contact as Simonian was in the air. No, they're not going to call the foul. It's a turnover to Bella Vista. Or by Bella Vista to Roseville. Ritter, loose ball. Garbineer tried to save it. Looks like he came in contact with the sideline. The Broncos get it back with a 6-point lead. So we were talking during that break a few moments ago. Broncos, or the Tigers scored the first 2 points of the game. The Broncos tied it and then took the lead shortly after that. They've led ever since. Roseville's been as close as 1. The biggest lead for the Broncos was 12 at the end of the first quarter. Here's Murch. He's open from the free throw line. That's out. Newton the rebound for Roseville. Still anybody's game. Newton on Rickett. Vick is back into the game. Here's Ritter. Back to Newton. Newton drives in, closed off. He almost slipped. Ritter to the baseline. Nice pass. Try to get it around everyone. Newton finds it. He finds the opening. Goes up against Simonian. Newton winds up on the ground. Simonian will get called for the foul. And Newton will go to the line. 3:25 to go. Brandon Newton, a 55% free throw shooter. Earlier trip to the line, missed 2 of them. Made that one. And misses the second. So Newton, by the way, 5 points on the game. Broncos control the rebound with a 5-point lead. Now we're seeing some of that full court press from Roseville. Murch controls a loose ball. Now Trotzik has it. 17-footer is no good. Roseville with the rebound. Marka Trotzik read that pass, got the steal to Simonian, who puts it up and in. Great look on defense by Trotzik. Was able to come up with the deflection and the steal, then get the assist. Newton back the other way, drives in on Rickett. O'Neal was also there, and he draws another foul and will head back to the free throw line. That one's on Rickett. I think that's his first of the night. Newton at the line. Now at 6 points as he nears his per game average. And he makes them both. 7 points on the night for Newton, who averages 8 per game. The lead is 5. Atrocic into front court for Bella Vista. Has Rickett posting up. Atrocic from 19. That one's off. Wooden back into the game. Tried to control a rebound, but couldn't get it away from Roseville. Here's Newton. Newton finds the opening, splits the double team. His runner is too hard. Rebound off to Rickett. Newton likes those drives, but he gets off balance. A little bit of a collision between Atrocic and Tyler Ritter. The ball goes out of bounds, and they're going to say that Ritter was the last one. He deflected it away. He was the last to touch. Rickett picked up by Broussard, closed off there. Wooden, they'll find Atrocic. Atrocic studied the three. Now instead backs it out. 15 seconds on the shot clock. Here's Mertz. Back to Atrocic. He finds an opening, drives to the lane. Ball deflected away, saved in bounds. Roseville controls. Here's Ritter. Pass deflected away on the sideline. And a turnover by Roseville. O'Neal coming in. Atrocic will come out for Bella Vista. Jonah Wooden to inbound. Simonian is picked up in backcourt by Newton. Newton is very quick and aggressive. He's right up there in his face. Wooden gets it back. It's out of a double team. Back to Simonian. Simonian closed off, lost the ball, loose. Controlled by Roseville. All the way in. Tyler Ritter gets the deuce, gets the steal and the deuce. He's got 9. Lead is 3. Simonian off the screen from Marcus Mertz. Legit. No call. No harm, no foul, no blood, no ambulance, to quote Chick Hearn. Inside it goes to O'Neal. Has it swatted away from behind. Back to Simonian for 3. Long rebound. It hits the baseline, so the ball will go over to Roseville. .106 to go in the ball game. Bella Vista leads by 3. Roseville has possession. They could tie it here with a 3-pointer. They don't have that many of them tonight. Ritter, the sophomore, running the point. Drives in on Simonian, up with the right hand. That shot goes in. Ritter in double digits with 11. The lead is 1, 50 seconds to go. Roseville fans calling for defense. Simonian, and a timeout called by Bella Vista. You got a bunch of things in play here. You've got 10 seconds to get the ball across midcourt, and there's 26 seconds on the shot clock. I don't know that it resets with the timeout, but they were on the verge of a 10-second violation there. Really good defense by Brandon Newton. And again, we talked about it earlier as well, and if you've been watching the entire game, you see he plays very aggressively on both ends of the floor. He'll get up in your face like he did right there. And then also as he attacks the basket, sometimes off balance, sometimes kind of leaning one way or another. But Brandon Newton, a 6-foot senior, 8 points per game. And that aggressiveness has paid off for him. He's the 3rd leading rebounder on the team, also 1st in steals on the team, leads the team in steals, and also one of their top playmakers, if you will, with assists. 41.8 seconds to go. Broncos in possession. They'll take it out of bounds in backcourt. Simonian crosses midcourt. Rickett. Again, aggressive defense right now by Roseville. Rickett on Broussard. Splits a double team, puts it up and in. Damian Rickett, 21 points on the night. 21.8 seconds to go. And it's a 3-point lead for Bella Vista. What a nice move by Damian Rickett there. 21 points for Damian Rickett. Jonah Wooden also quite a game. He's at 17 points for the Broncos tonight. 21.8 seconds to go and a 3-point lead for Bella Vista. So the shot clock is off. Roseville called the timeout there and are looking to get set up their possession here. When you're trailing, you don't typically play for a last shot here. You want to try and get this game tied. You figure if they get a 2, they're going to want to foul. So we'll see what they choose to do here. They got to go the length of the floor. Again, they haven't had too many 3-point shots tonight, but they can make them. Here's Ritter. He drives the baseline, closed off. His runner is up and good. Cuts the lead to 1. Tyler Ritter has had quite a game for himself tonight. 13 points for the 6-foot sophomore. His season high was 22 against Rio Linda. 14 seconds to go. This, I believe, was a 30-second timeout. We just heard the warning buzzer there. And one of the coaches for Roseville comes out and lets them know that it's a full. So it's a full timeout, so we'll take a little bit longer here. 14 seconds to go. 1-point lead for Bella Vista. Broncos have the possession. Roseville will probably try and get the steal here, so look for a pressure defense. And then if they don't get the steal, they'll probably foul. With the new bonus rules of 5 fouls per quarter and immediate 2 shots, the 1-and-1 is no longer in the equation. So fouling at the end of the game doesn't happen as much as it does, but with a 1-point game, it would certainly happen here if they get the possession. So Rickett has it. Rickett is immediately fouled. And that's on Broussard. And that's only the 3rd team foul, so no free throws. So Roseville has to foul 2 more times before they send him to the free throw line. This is a chance for Bella Vista to take time off the clock. 5 count is on. They get it to Rickett. And he's immediately fouled. 10 seconds to go now. And so now there is the 4th team foul on Roseville. So the next one will send the Broncos to the free throw line. This, by the way, is why the NBA has that 1st and 2nd team foul in the last 2 minutes, where it immediately goes to the bonus. There's a loose ball on the ground. It will still be Bella Vista ball. That takes a second off the clock. That's to avoid having to do the 5 or 6 consecutive or 4 or 5 consecutive fouls when a team doesn't have a lot of fouls. Of course, college still has the 7 foul rule. Here's a pass in front to Damian Rickett all the way in, lays it up and in. He draws the foul, and Bella Vista goes back up by 3 with 6.6 seconds to go. Damian Rickett running a post pattern, if you will. And he completes it for the touchdown. Rickett. This would put him up by 4. That may seal it. Here's Ritter pushing it in the front court. You don't want to foul. Ritter tries to draw the foul, throws up a prayer. Broussard with the rebound. That does not go. 0.3 of a second to go. And Broussard, or check that, Young will go to the free throw line. Young, a very quiet night for the leading scorer for Roseville. This is 2 shots. And they're really, and with 0.3 of a second to go, you can't do the, there's the first free throw, it's off. With a 4-point lead, I don't think there's really anything that Roseville can do here. Young's free throw. is also off. Ricca controls the rebound. Bella Vista wins. It got dicey down the stretch, but the Broncos, once again, they trailed 2-0 to start the game, tied it up, took the lead, and never relinquished the lead. They built up a 12-point lead by the end of the first quarter. Roseville got it down to 1 in the second quarter, and ultimately a 4-point game at halftime. They got it down to 1 other time, but they were not able to get any closer than that, if you will. Weren't able to tie it or ever take the lead. So the Bella Vista Broncos, after taking 2 from Roseville last year, they wind up taking the first of 2 this year as we begin league play. So the Broncos, undefeated in league play, if you will, for 1 game. And they will also improve to 7-10 on the year, 1-0 in league play. And for the Tigers, they dropped to 10-6, and they are 0-1 in Capital Valley Conference play. So we'll take a look at the final numbers in just a bit here. Tally them up, and so we'll look at these final numbers. Damian Rickett leads the way for the Broncos with 24 points. And Jonah Wooden, he had quite a night, his season high of 17 points tonight for the Broncos. And Wooden definitely taking advantage of the opportunities he's been given the past few games to be part of the starting lineup. And he goes off for 17 points in this game, including a couple of 3-pointers for the Broncos. Rounding out the scoring, Mikey Simonians with 6. He's back from the ankle injury. He played most of the game and did not really appear to be limping that much, so it's good to see Simonian back for the Broncos. Marcus Murch got the start tonight. He finishes with 3, and Marka Trotzik had 2. For the Tigers, lots of players denting the scorebook tonight, and they are led by Tyler Ritter, the 6-foot sophomore who averages 9.3 points per game, 13 points tonight. Matthias Howard added another 10, held scoreless in the fourth quarter. 7 points for Brandon Newton, 5 points for Clark Nielsen. That's 5 points for Clark Nielsen and Daniel Heidel. 3 points for Jaden Broussard, and 2 each for Preston Bick, Ren Marsh, and J.J. Young. And I wonder if I skipped Brandon Newton there. He had 7 points. This is a fun Roseville team to watch. Lots of quickness. They're aggressive in their play, and just as we mentioned, just very quick. And they probably thought that they had a chance to come in here and get this league opener tonight. But the Bella Vista played like a team on a mission tonight. Again, jumping out to that 21-9 first quarter lead, and then holding off a flurry of activity from the Tigers throughout the rest of the game. Once they were able to get the lead back down to something manageable, it never really got up much. I think Bella Vista might have gotten it up to 5, maybe 7 for a time, but Roseville stayed in it pretty much all the way. So next up for the Bella Vista Broncos, they will be at Antelope on Friday, the 5th. That's a 7:30 game over at Antelope High School. And then on Tuesday of next week, the first day back from school from the Christmas break, we will be back with you here at Bella Vista for the game against the River Valley Falcons. And for Roseville, their next action, they will also be in action on Friday. They will be at Inderkum, and then they will be visiting West Park on Saturday. So 2 games back-to-back for the Roseville Tigers in their on their schedule here, Inderkum and then West Park, and then they will be playing River Valley next week on Thursday. So Capital Valley Conference play is well underway, and the Bella Vista Broncos are off to a good start with tonight's win, 53-49. So thank you very much for joining us. We're going to go ahead and wrap it all up here at Bella Vista High School. Again, don't forget to support your local team, if we have some of the folks from Roseville watching, at Inderkum on Friday, and for Bella Vista at Antelope. And then for our next Bella Vista broadcast here on YouTube, we will be back with you 7:25 p.m. thereabouts, as the Broncos will take on River Valley here at Bella Vista High School on Tuesday, January 9th, 2024, if you're still writing checks. So anyway, thanks for joining us tonight. Our thanks to our camera operator, Julie Tharlson, and for our producer tonight, John Warner. I'm George Tharlson. Have a great night, everyone. 53-49, Bella Vista wins it to go 1-0 in Capital Valley Conference play. Good night, everyone.